When we watch Nikola Jokic play, we're not realizing that he's one of the most impactful offensive players of all time. Whether it's manipulating defenses to make his teammates better and get them open shots, or games like tonight, just pure dominance and the ability to just be aggressive and take over a game and score at will is something we've never really seen before. He truly is one of one. On this play, it's very simple. It's 97-97, games on the line, one-on-one, your best player. That's who you want with the ball in his hands. Just watch the footwork here. This is super elite. Uses his body to create that separation, pivots one way, pivots back, and then tries to create some separation with another reverse pivot and fading away. The shot is heavily contested, but it doesn't matter. He still gets the bucket. We've seen this time and time again with Jokic. He's super clutch, and when the time comes up and they need a bucket, he's the guy you gotta go to. Most of the time, Jokic delivers. You want the ball in Jokic's hand as much as possible. They're running a back screen here to get him open in the low post, and once he gets it down there, it's pretty hard to stop. If you're the defense, you got to make him catch it outside of this restricted area because when he's this far in, the damage is already done. A quick spin from Jokic gets him some separation, but Zubac is in good position, and then Jokic is forced to make this pass out. But the degree of difficulty is what I want to highlight. That's a difficult pass to make, and yet he does it with ease. Quite possibly the most effective two-man game in the league. It's Jokic and Jamal Murray. Using this DHO, already Chris Dunn's on Jamal's hip, so it puts Zoo in a tough position. If he stays here with Jamal, that leaves Jokic free to rebound, which makes him deadly, and he gets the offensive board and put back here. Even when he's not directly involved in the first offensive set, Jokic can still make defenses pay. Just a friendly reminder, this guy's a 7-foot basically guard that can dribble and run your offense while also dominating in the post and, shoot these shots here from deep three-point range contested and knock them down. This is just the dominance that Jokic can have. Look how they're packing the paint. All 5 players are basically in the paint and he's just going one-on-one. He spins on Batum, makes sure to keep the ball high to keep Kawhi Leonard from swiping at it, and then gets to his spots in the paint. Once he's that far down, like I said, he's basically impossible to stop. Even in the zone, the Nuggets can destroy this. They're in a 2-3, and when they get the ball to the corner, as the top defender, you can't let him cut in front of your face. Batum has to bump him and make him go behind. He obviously doesn't, and then once Jokic catches the ball here, Zubac is forced to help, and that opens up that pass down to Brown in the dunker spot for the easy lay-in. It's just simple basketball, but Jokic manipulates these defenses and then always makes the right decision. When the Clippers try to switch on screens, it doesn't really end well for them. They switch here, and that gets Harden on Jokic, and at this point, they're just looking for that mismatch. Jokic just has such a size advantage, he's able to turn around and get pretty much the shot he wants without even having to be rushed. The most universal inbounds play in basketball, where the inbounder gets it back after throwing it in, and it still even works in the NBA. That's all they're running here. Jokic is going to throw the lob pass up to Braun, who's holding off Norman Powell, and then after he gets it, he's just going to relocate to that corner and get 2 staggered screens and get open with the shot. Nice bump fake there, and then able to slowly get into his rhythm and knock it down. The three-point shooting has led Jokic to have one of the most statistically impressive in seasons offensively, shooting 41% from 3 on 5 attempts. He was already pretty much unstoppable with his inside game and playmaking, so adding this to his bag has made him an extremely difficult player to guard. There's just so many opportunities in this two-man game for good looks. On this pick and roll here, Ben Simmons has to go over and help, and that opens up a lane for Jokic. He's out of position, so the closeout's bad. Jokic attacks that very fast, and then gets to the lane for the floater. You know this guy's good is when they're sending doubles when he gets the ball at the high post. As the double comes, they instinctively cut from the dunker spot as his guy was coming up to double team, and Jokic is such a smart player, and this is why you can't double team him. He's going to make you pay if you make that double team decision because it just opens up another opportunity for his teammate. And he's great at finding those guys. Just a master manipulator at work here, driving to the paint. And Bogdanovic comes up to double. And that's when he looks off this pass to Michael Porter Jr., forcing Harden to come up and help. And then he has the pass down to Brown for the dunk. Literally just using his eyes and pass fake to get rid of the defenders. He's made a career and being one of the greatest point centers of all time by manipulating the defense and making his teammates better through passing them the ball. We're witnessing one of the greatest runs offensively ever, and I don't think we realize it, and he's not getting enough respect, but he's showing this in this playoff series how good he can be and how he can dominate a game, and if he continues to do this, they could get the win. The series is at 2-2. I'm excited to see what happens. Let's just appreciate the greatness of Jokic.